Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Skintastic Tuesday. And I'm actually in my office. I tried to get on my computer, but that didn't work out. So let me put my glasses on here. So today, give you a few minutes to see if anybody jumps on. Can't really see if anybody's on. It's actually a little bit after 10, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you are just jumping on, please drop a comment and let me know that you are on. If you happen to be catching the replay, hashtag replay, letting me know that you were here so that way I can shout you out. Be sure to share this out with some of your friends. And if you are new to Mama's Brown Sugar audience, I am Barbara Neely, the owner and founder of Mama's Brown Sugar, where I help men, women, children, even pets tackle skincare issues one product at a time by offering them all natural, raw, vegan-friendly products. And you can like our page here on Facebook. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to Mama's Brown Sugar. That way you will keep abreast of all the things that are going on. And today's title has really nothing to do with skincare, but everything to do with business. And even if you're not in business, I just kind of wanted to jump on here. The title is Just Do It. And that's just based off of, talking to several friends and encouraging them. I've actually challenged a couple friends to go live who have businesses. And of course, the answer, that I get is, I'm scared, fear. And so, I just kind of wanted to address that a little bit today. We have to overcome our fear. I know when, I first started going live, it was uncomfortable. There's still times when I get on here and it's uncomfortable. I don't really, there's days when I don't want to show up. I don't feel like it. I may not have anything, necessarily to talk about. But if you're in business, you have to get in front of the camera. And that was one of the things that, I learned, from our coach, Keisha Bass, and some of the other ladies that are in business that have been doing lives. And I'm sure for them, it was uncomfortable when they first started as well. But it was like nobody knows, people can't support your business if they don't know that you're in business, and I would get that sometimes when I would just post pictures and I wasn't really doing the lives. People, honestly, a lot of times I would run into people, I didn't know if you were still doing, your business, if you still had it, but of course, with me showing up going live, there's no question, they know that I am still in business, so you have to show up for yourself. You have to get over your fear, because fear, as we know, is not real. And really, what is it that you're afraid of? Some of the things that I think people, kind of get caught up in is comparing yourself, to others, your business to others, and yourself. That can kind of cripple you, when you get online and you start going live, or just even in your business, succeeding and moving forward, or just anything in life that you're doing, worrying about what somebody else is doing, how they're doing it, instead of worrying about what you're doing. The other one is I'm scared, and it is scary, change is, scary. And I think that we get so comfortable in our comfort zone. And it says, here's the thing that it says, here's why we struggle to step outside of our comfort zones, and we stand to benefit when we do. We are wired to seek out comfort, which is why it's so hard to let go. We want the approval of others, and then when we don't get that, then we just kind of shut down, and we just kind of just stop doing what we're doing, moving forward in our purpose and the things that we're to do. And then of course, what if nobody watches? Of course, right now, I don't see that anybody's on here. There's days when I'm talking to myself. I come back later, I see that, the video's been viewed, 200 times or whatever. So for whatever reason, when you're starting out, you just have to show up. Your audience will come, but there will be many days, some days, until you build your audience, that you will be on here talking to yourself. And you have to be okay with that. You have to know that, you just keep showing up, and eventually, you will get there. And so Don't worry about that because they will watch. As the saying goes, if you build it, they'll come. Of course, the fear of what others think. That's a huge thing. I mean, I think that cripples so many people in life in general. If you want to change your hair, what are those people going to think if I put this blue hair or whatever it is that you're doing? What if I start, showing up doing this? What are they going to say about me? And I'm sure I'm sure the thing, there's been many things said, about me, as they say, behind the closed doors or whatever, about my business and what I'm doing and why is she showing up and this and that and the other. But it's like, I'm not really, you have to get past worrying about what others think and just do it. You just have to become numb to that because it will cripple you every time if you are always looking over your shoulder, worrying about what other people are thinking. Because trust me, there's always going to be somebody with an opinion. So you just have to get past that. I don't have what I need. You have what you need. Everything that you need is inside of you. You have gifts and talents. That's all you need. You just have to step out on faith and make it happen. If it's writing, just start writing. If you have a gift for cooking, you don't have to have all this fancy equipment to get started. You have everything that you need inside of you, to get online, make a recipe. All people are really concerned about is how you do it. They just want to see, they don't care about, the background, the pots and pans and all that stuff, or the baking items that you're using. They just care about how you made it happen. And that's what's important. I don't look right on camera. There's times when I really don't feel like I look my best either, but sometimes you just have to get up and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta go, because I have to be here because I said I was going to show up on Tuesdays and Fridays and sometimes other times. So I have to be liable. I have to show up and be, committed to myself and to the audience that I said I was going to show up for. And sometimes that, like today, of course, I don't know if there's anybody on here or not, but I'm sure there'll be others watching it later. Hopefully this will bless somebody to step out and move forward and, grab a friend, grab somebody that's supportive, that's kind of encouraging, and say, hey, I'm thinking about going live. Will you, jump on for support? I'm going to go live during this time. Let somebody know that, these are the things that, you're planning on doing. And I guarantee you that that person will, show up for you, and don't worry about the others who aren't supportive because you're going to have people, that show up just to watch. There's those people in the background that are watching, but just get around some people that will support you on your journey. And it doesn't even have to be that you're in business. It just has to be whatever it is, you're going for. It could be that you're going back to school, and someone might be, well, you're too old to be going. Why are you even going back to school? What are you getting a degree in that for? Why do you want to do this? It could be that you have a goal, to lose weight, and you want to try a certain method of eating. There's always going to be somebody out there criticizing what you do. And so you have to do it for you. You have to get past your fear. You have to stop worrying about what people think, and you just have to get it done. And that's basically what you have to do. And then as long as you keep showing up, eventually, and putting that out there, eventually, the doors are going to open for you. The universe is going to reward you with what you've been asking for. But if you don't get started, the gifts and talents that you were born with, that's been birthed inside of you, you'll take them to the grave with you. And, that's the saddest thing. I heard Les Brown say the wealthiest place on earth is the graveyard, because he said there's books that haven't been written. There's all kinds of gifts and talents that they allowed fear to stop them. So they never used them. So the world was never blessed or gifted with those talents that they had. And the other thing that you have to think about is somebody's waiting for you. When you don't step out and do what it is that you're supposed to do, you're not only letting yourself down, but you are letting all the others that are tied to you, tied to your blessing and your destiny down as well, because you have the ability to help others, but you're too afraid to help yourself. And so I just wanted to come on here today just to kind of hopefully encourage, a few of you that I know have businesses, and encourage you to just step out in front of the camera and just I promise you it'll be okay. And really, I think this is probably the best way, because honestly, you're not standing in front of a crowd. And this has really helped me to be able to stand in front of a crowd and not have fear of talking in front of others by going live. And so, just push the button. It's not that hard. Just push the button, just introduce yourself. Hi, I'm so-and-so. This is what I do. I just wanted to come on and introduce myself. I have this page, but if you don't do it, people won't know that you're in business, and you won't, get as much business as you'd hope for, because you could be getting more. I've been out places. Just recently, I was actually at the pharmacy at Walmart, and there was a lady that worked there behind, pharmacist behind the counter, and she said, we were talking back and forth, and she was making a comment about my skin, and I told her, I said, I make all my bath and body products, and and she said, oh, do you have a business, or you just, and I told her that I did, and I told her what the business name was, and she said, oh, I've heard of that business before, but if you don't put yourself out there, nobody's going to know who you are, and it's like, there was a time people were like, Mama who, but now it's like, you put it out there, and then of course, it's like now it's catching. People are starting to know who Mama's Brown Sugar is. It's not a huge brand, but it's getting it's getting out into the realm. And so, just get outside of your fear, get out of your way, and just grab somebody, get in a supportive group, get around some supportive friends, and just move forward. You will be glad that you did. And if you've had friends that have been encouraging you, telling you to, hey, I think you should do this, it's time for you to get out of your way, and it's time for you to make it happen, because life waits for no one. And so, it's time, and others are waiting for you. So that's all I wanted to have, I have for you today. Like I said, hopefully this is kind of, blessed you all. It's not my typical, Tuesday live, but I just felt like it needed to be said, because like I said, I've been talking to a lot of friends and encouraging them, hey, where you at? You need to be going live. And, of course, it's the whole fear thing. Nobody's going to be watching. I want to pick, just on and on and on with the excuses. It's just like, just get on here and make it happen. And so that's all I have for you today. It's a beautiful day outside here. Hopefully you're having a great day, and I will see you all soon. Take care. Bye.